Hello, everybody.
Hey.
All right. So we should introduce ourselves.
I think
Starting with Miranda. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Miranda Gardner.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth Dare.
Hey, I'm Dionysus.
Hey, I'm Percy Jackson.
Hi, I'm Karen.
Hi, I'm Griff.
All right, and now we're just gonna look at some questions.
Once they ask them, that is.
Yeah, once they ask them.
Have you all had water yet today?
Wait,
no, but I've
have water
had cheer
every
wine.
day.
I'm sorry, Grover. Can we go back a second? Because when you said when they asked them, you turned into like an orphaned London street urchin. Are you okay?
Oh, probably not. Am I okay now? Is my voice normal?
Your voice is always
Can you
normal.
hear me?
I don't know. Are you good?
I don't know.
I know some good therapists.
Why are we attacking Grover today?
He's an easy target.
Wow.
Oh.
Hi.
Okay.
Grover, you're sounding perfectly normal right now.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm gonna just vibe here with some chocolate milk then.
Lyra Daphne asked, can you tell the sleep deprived in the chat to sleep after the stream? Sleep after the stream. Sleep is necessary and good, and you should do it.
It's very important.
Or in theory, they can go to sleep now and watch the stream when it's just, on the channel.
That's true. But then we would have less people asking us questions.
True.
Annabeth Chase asked Percy, worst prophecy?
The worst prophecy? All of them. How is that not the answer? It's all of them. I never want to hear a prophecy ever again. There's plenty of demigods out there.
That's not
Why do
happening.
I have to be the one?
That is not happening. You're friends with me. You're bound to hear at least one more.
You gotta stay like 20 feet away so that I don't have to listen to it.
Yeah, social distance, kids.
Yes.
One way to do it.
So all of them. That's the answer.
Isadora Jane asked me what's it like to be such an icon, and I wouldn't know what it's like to be an icon, so I'll ask you that question. What is it like to be an icon?
You straight up reversed the chat.
Caitlin Klein asked to everyone, what is your thoughts on Leo burning things?
Not cool at all. He needs to stop.
I am a little worried about my cabin.
I don't let him anywhere near the cave.
Sometimes you have to run a summer camp for a bunch of half-bloods, and sometimes they burn stuff. And you know what? I don't like it.
You love it. Oh.
Grover.
I'm sorry.
You should be. Isadora Jane.
No.
Sorry.
You can go first.
Thanks.
I totally missed what y'all were talking about. I cut out for a minute. Can y'all repeat that?
Oh, we were still talking about Leo setting things on fire.
I mean, let him. He'll handle it, right? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like as crazy as my good friend Leo is, like he's pretty responsible with danger. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Yeah. It's a very, very bold statement.
I mean, if you want to let him, you can be the Camp Half-Blood Fire Department. How do you feel about that?
I love that, Mr. D. I'll get right on it.
We could let him start the bonfire.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Isn't the bonfire magical?
Yes.
Beth Chase asked Dionysus, have you created any dolphins lately?
You'd like to know, Weather Boy?
Where are your
I don't know
parents?
which camper showed you Vine, but I'm very disappointed in them.
I can tell you, they weren't technically a camper, and their name rhymes with Red Rover.
Really, G-Man? You had to take Vine from us too?
Look, he asked what it was, and like, I first told him about the vines, like just in forest, and he's like, Grover, you're an idiot. And I was like, oh, sorry. And then I, had to show him.
I mean, to be fair, I suppose it's kind of like in his domain or whatever, right? You're the god of vines, so I guess it's only fair. But we had one thing. We had one good. This is why we can't have nice things, Grover.
We still got TikTok.
Shut up! What are you doing?
It's just a clock.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Mr. D would be really great at TikTok.
Yeah.
Probably.
Does Mr. D know how to renegade?
Do we want to see his renegade?
I want to see Mr. D renegade.
What's a renegade? I only know the one that you guys taught me with the whoa.
All right. Next
What's the
question.
most uncomfortable woe I've ever witnessed?
All right. Annabeth Chase asked me, do you remember when people wait, oh, I can't read. When you give prophecies. I don't remember what I said, because the spirit of Delphi kind of like possesses me, and when you get possessed, you don't really remember what happens. Which is it kind of sucks because like I have to be around other people for them to write down the prophecy that I spew randomly. So like at school, sometimes I have to like ask my friends like, hey, you know that like when I was just like in like a kind of trance, do you remember what I said? Because I don't.
That brings up a question, Rachel. If an oracle makes a prophecy in a forest alone, does it make a noise?
It makes a noise, but it won't be known to anybody.
So does it come true then?
Well, prophecies come true no matter what. So
It's okay. It's okay. We
Chiron-
can just speak to the Lorax and we'll get some trees
I
to tell
think
us
it
what's said.
also depends on if there's any nymphs in the wood.
that's true.
That's a fair point, Miranda. But Chiron, didn't you say that something about? Hold on. I know you said this. You said something about prophecies come true because we make them come true. So wouldn't that mean that if you say a prophecy, this is crazy. But what if you said a
that
prophecy and
what
no
Chi-
one
I
heard
think
it?
what Chiron meant there is that if you try and change a prophecy, it's gonna end up happening regardless, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Self-fulfilling.
All right. You smart people can win.
All right, let's look for some more questions. Sorry, still looking through chat. Mystical Sims asked to all favorite part of camp.
A big
Hmm.
house, so I can play Pinochle and get away from you.
There's the surprise.
I really enjoy my cabin because of we have so many plants to take care of. But I also like spending time with my friends and family.
My favorite part of camp, I mean, you'd expect me to say something like the fountain in my cabin or the lake, but honestly, it's just that I have a home, and that's the best part.
That's like very, very wholesome. I feel like, I think my favorite part of camp is it's not the cave, but that's like very high up there. It's probably the campfire and like the just especially like after dark when everybody's singing campfire songs. That's always fun.
I mean, I kind of got in trouble for my answer last time because I said I like to go to the beach and be alone sometimes. And I mean, it's not that I want to get away from the campers.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's kind of chaos up there sometimes. And you just need to go for a trot on the beach, as someone said.
I just really love being around Juniper, and she's around Cam, so yeah.
Oh, a wild lesbian asked to all thoughts on geese.
That's quite the name.
Geese! Heavy topic.
Oh, I
there.
misread the name. It's a wild lesbian. I'm so sorry.
Geese are chaos. If you
Geese
could
are like
whoa.
geese are spawn of Hades. Like actually.
They're very vicious.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of them, honestly.
I just wanted to give some geese some bread, and they said no. Give me more. I didn't have more
See,
bread.
they're even mean to Grover.
They do like bread.
Why didn't they just accept the bread they got?
See, that's your mistake, is feeding them in the first place.
They looked nice at the time, and now I see them in my nightmares.
You all literally deal with monsters every day, right? And you're afraid of geese.
Yeah, we deal with geese too.
Afraid of geese. He's afraid of everything.
But monsters you can make go away.
Yeah. But when you kill a geese, they multiply. It's like a
That's not how
chain
geese
restaurant.
We're talking about
It feels
birds,
like
not
it.
hydras, Grover.
Yeah, I
It
don't think
feels
that was a
like
good-
geese. They feel like they multiply.
Okay, so
You ever
Chiron,
take-
not to like insult the way you run camp, but I feel like we need to teach these kids science.
I feel like we focus a little bit too much on our world and our creatures, and to the point where they can't recognize geese at this point.
So we need to have Geese 101.
Yeah, we don't really have school.
We don't need to have Geese 101.
No.
I feel like we need a class about how to recognize whether it's a monster or just a goose.
I think
If
we'll be
If
fine.
if I wake up tomorrow and there are geese at Camp Halfwood, I'm leaving.
Note to
Speaking with
self,
you.
get some geese. Okay.
You won't have an oracle anymore.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, what a shame. A whole groom's bride is a
Goose.
goddamn with a aventure. Mr. D sometimes funny.
Thanks, Grover.
That's okay.
Isadora Jane asked Chiron and Dionysus thoughts on each other. Yeah, Chiron, what's your thoughts on me?
You know, you do a great job running camp. And if I said anything more, I feel like that would be unwise.
Byron, I think you should say more.
Yeah.
I've learned that speaking about gods is not unfavorably is not a good idea. But I think you'll get a more truthful answer to Dionysus, to be honest.
Chiron is great at training people up to be, killing machines and survive.
You mean child soldiers?
No. That's the opposite of what I mean. Have you ever seen Camp Half-Blood organized?
That's fair.
But
He has a point.
he does have downsides, like an entire horse body. What is up with that? Like, I've been meaning to ask you this for like millennia. Like, what is up with centaurs?
That's just, I mean, I don't always have the horse body.
Yeah, I know, and that's what makes it weird.
I think you've seen a lot weirder things in your life that you shouldn't be concerned with my horse body.
Yeah,
Well-
of all the things, like centuries, millennia you've been around, sir, and that's what does it for you, the wheelchair horseman.
Listen, Porpoise Jackalope, you're scared of geese. You have no rights here. Anyway,
found
next
a-
question. Let's go.
Okay, I found a
Isadora
question.
Jane.
Oh.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, from Mug asks, Chiron and Mr. D, why do you make the shorts bright orange? I am very curious about this.
Orange is a great color.
But bright orange.
Wait, what was the question?
Why do you make the shorts bright orange?
It's easier to see them in the forest when they've been killed by a monster.
Wow. That's direct.
Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's like high vis.
My gosh.
It's very morbid.
Wow. That's
Oh,
genius.
are you guys surprised by that? I mean, I just sort of assumed.
Isadora Jane asked to all best camp activity. I don't, as the Oracle, I don't have to, like, I don't have any regular camp activities that I have to go to, but I like stopping by arts and crafts. That's always fun.
Wait, Rachel, you like arts and crafts? What?
What a surprise.
Best part of best activity is capture the flag, without a doubt. Big fan.
Mine's not really an activity, it's more of a chore. But I like taking care of the strawberry fields.
Well, Miranda, if you want my next shift on that, let me know.
I already have really long shifts on that. Like, the Demeter cabin gets up really early to check on them.
Yeah, though it sounds like you're not properly appreciating it, protagonist. So, what if you just have a few extra shifts?
What? You don't want me anywhere near a plant, sir. They will
Percy, I think
die.
you walked
Yeah.
literally right into that one.
Yeah.
No, but that's
yeah,
really a
okay.
bad idea because then Demeter Cabin will have to spend even more time to make sure it's okay.
We can just
You
make him
know-
water all of them.
Yeah,
But he might
I
overwater
feel like it
them.
would be a good learning experience for the Demeter cabin to see how people who aren't gifted with plants do things, you know?
Oh no, I'm in fear.
I'm going to stop talking now because the more things I say, the worse this is getting.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So, what's other people's favorite activities?
I don't really get to participate in the activities. I just plan them.
What do you mean get to, Chiron? You can do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, the activities are for the campers. But
Don't you
But how
teach
that
some
would-
of them?
What are your favorite activities to teach?
I feel like
Probably the ones outside. Less chance of knocking stuff over.
most of the activities are outside. I guess, I mean, archery is a good one.
Really just enjoy the nature walks.
I always get separated from the group for the nature walks.
We should get you like a string so when you go too far, we just tug on it and you know where to go.
No, but the thing is, like, I stop and I sit down and I just, look at the pretty trees or like the nature or whatever. And then
Do that
people
by
leave me
yourself?
behind. Well, I can walk back to camp by myself.
Why don't people join you?
I don't know, because it's a
Yeah,
nature
but, like,
walk.
that sounds lonely. Next time I'm joining you.
Okay, we can go together.
Sweet. I like to look at the pretty trees too.
There's a really pretty meadow. Like, it's a little far into the forest, though.
I don't know the context for this, but Shea Butter said don't eat Legos, and I very much agree. Unless you're a satyr, don't eat plastic.
Yeah,
Sure,
also
make
if
a
you
habit
are-
of it.
sounds like an opportunity to eat some plastic if that's what I'm hearing correctly.
No.
No.
Why
Go on,
not? I'm
then.
allowed.
She
Do
did
it,
say
coward.
unless you're a satyr. I mean, I think you're good, bud.
I don't have any plastic around me. I'm in a forest. This is a very well kept forest.
Oh, speaking of eating things, Annabeth Chase asked to Grover, is there a certain can you like to eat?
I feel like I think I answered this like many, many moons ago, but the answer has changed since. I really enjoy. I don't know if they're actually like from America or if I'm just finding them in American bins, but creaming soda cans. I've never seen a creaming soda, but those cans, legend.
Do
They're
you,
just
do you
really,
mean
really
a cream
sweet.
soda?
Is it called cream soda? Maybe I'm adding in the ing, but it's just really sweet.
Yeah, it's called cream soda.
I added in the ing.
That's okay. Pineapple Sunflower said, eat paint, go for it. And I would say, don't eat paint, but I really can't be the one talking because unfortunately I have eaten my fair amount of paint. But don't eat paint. Don't use me as a role model. I'm a terrible role model.
Shabalabi Miliao asks Dionysus, where do you get your hat? That's a good question. Definitely did not steal it from Chiron while he was looking away. Chiron, do not come from me.
I don't wear hats.
Then what was it doing in your wardrobe?
Why were you in my room?
Because sometimes I just need, like, the season changes. I need to change my wardrobe.
You like to dress up in my
I can't leave camp, can I? You get out.
So that's your favorite activity, is going into my room, dressing up in my clothes?
No.
Seems
This has
like
been severely misread. What is happening here?
Sounds like you wear Chiron's clothes on the daily.
It sounds like you take comfort from wearing Chiron's clothes.
Because your
Sounds
clothes
like
aren't
maybe
cool
you
enough.
should stop.
Well, Chiron, I have a question. Do you not ever buy pants? Like, you just put a blanket when you have the wheelchair, so you just only own the top half of the whole wardrobe, right?
mostly the magic does take care of the pants. Because I don't actually have legs. Those aren't real.
So if you're buying a 3-piece suit, do you just like throw away the third piece?
I mean, Mr. D can have them if he wants.
I'm just saying, it just occurred to me.
Grover, you're raising your hand.
I have a question. If you were to wear pants in like when you had the horse part, would they just go on the back legs, or would they like, go on all four legs, just on the front legs? How do you wear pants if you were to wear pants?
How would he wear them on all four legs? Like
They can get
ask
custom
logically,
custom
how
pants.
would he be able
That
to
would
do
be
that?
a very big
Rachel, I will
pair
pull
of
up a
pants.
picture for you if I have to.
No, I mean, some of my cousins do get like custom piece shorts. I've seen it.
I don't even
Well,
want to imagine what that looks like.
These are things I've never thought about my whole life.
And now you have to deal with them. Welcome to our lives.
Annabeth Chase asked me if the paint tastes good, and it depends on the color. Blue paint the first bite tastes good, but then anything after that tastes terrible.
How do you take
Green,
a bite of paint?
I guess the first taste, not bite, and then green paint, in my experience, tastes the best.
I have to agree with you on that. Don't eat paint. Don't eat paint.
Don't eat paint. The only paint that I've consumed is non-toxic paint, but even then, that's not safe. I'm not a role model. I'm simply an oracle.
Be on the safe side. Don't eat it in general.
If it's not supposed to, if it wasn't made to be eaten, don't eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, though, I actually had a question for you, Raquel. With like the pandemic, are you doing prophecies over Zoom or like what's going on there?
So I haven't been giving many prophecies recently. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but
Do I look like someone who's aware of anything?
I'm
No.
not going to answer that question. I haven't really been in touch with the spirit of Delphi recently, so we're kind of figuring that out first before I worry about how I'm supposed to deliver prophecies. But I would assume that Zoom would be the best place to do that.
Well, and it's not like you get prophecies every day,
Exactly.
It's kind of a occasional thing. So,
and I would have to like in the split second that I'm like kind of aware that I'm about to get a prophecy, I would have to log on to Zoom and make sure that somebody's there. So that sounds like the logistics of it just wouldn't work.
You could also just take a video.
That's true.
That's a fantastic idea.
That is very true.
We are idiots for not thinking of that.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
usually
are.
don't bother with my mortal technology around
Yeah.
you guys because you always mess it up and I don't want to break my phone again.
That sounds like a you problem. NB Productions asked, does anyone have any special skills?
That's a really broad question.
We'll go with like non like God given. Something that you've actually worked at.
I'm really skilled at being bad at reading.
That's the opposite of a skill.
I'm good at baking.
I've been learning some close-up magic. Oh,
Wait, what?
I've been learning close-up magic.
Oh my gosh, that's so random.
Do y'all want to see some close-up magic?
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
love to see
Okay.
some close-up magic.
Pick a card, any card. Oh,
Are those Uno cards?
The one
Pick
that
a
says
cup.
Uno on it.
so this one, okay.
And so for those in the chat, remember that Grover
Is this
is
your card?
a satyr.
Grover, you didn't show it to us beforehand. We don't know if it's our card.
I think we can assume because it's wet and crumpled up.
Oh,
Remember, chat, don't eat Uno cards.
they're not very nice to eat. Like, they've got like a... Oh, no.
You know what else I've heard isn't nice to eat? Children. Isn't that right, Chiron?
Why do you bring these things up?
Because I feel like at some point, like we've known each other a long time now, I feel at some point you have to open up about your trauma related to your dad. Like the demigods do all the time. I don't want to hear it, but they still talk to me about their daddy issues. You got to do the same.
I don't have to open up about anything to you.
Wow, okay, that hurts.
Mr. D, you should just start like charging like a nickel each time someone wants to talk about their daddy issues with you. You could set up a little psychiatry stand.
I don't
You're
know
right,
who
give me a
would
nickel.
want to talk to Mr. D about
I
their
didn't
daddy
say
issues.
I wanted to. It was an idea.
I'm not even going to complain about this idea because I don't talk to Mr. D about my daddy issues. I keep that bottled up like your average Joe.
Is Joe
Yeah.
your father's name?
No, it's not.
Interesting choice then.
It's an expression. It's a mortal expression, Mr. D.
Oh, And while you're in this world of things you never thought possible, you know, the Greek gods are real, blah blah blah. Do you think that you cling onto that moral identity is something of a comfort blanket for you?
So you're not gonna become my therapist. I'm putting an end to this conversation right here. I'm
So
not getting
that's a yes,
therapized.
then.
I'm not
Okay.
getting therapized live on a live stream. This is not happening.
Isadora Jane asked me, what's my favorite plant? I really enjoy sunflowers. So they're so bright and happy.
Annabeth Chase asked to whoever can answer, is there demigod therapy? I know that New Rome has a lot of therapists that they have available to legionnaires. Those are like the only demigod specific or close to demigod specific therapists that we got.
We more have people you can go and talk to, but they're not really therapists.
Oh yeah, Tobias pointed out, Rachel, you owe me a nickel.
Absolutely not. I didn't talk to you about my daddy issues. You tried talking to me about my daddy issues and my mortal issues.
Well, that's rough, buddy. You owe me a nickel.
I'm not paying you a nickel. I don't have a nickel.
I've created a monster.
What do you need with a mortal 5-cent piece?
You don't need to know that.
I think
Gods
it's
work in
less
mysterious
about.
ways.
I think it's less about what he needs and more that he likes taking things.
I don't carry cash. And I didn't go to you for advice, which was the whole thing. So remember, if you remember what you said, it was that if anybody talked to you about their daddy issues specifically, then they would owe you 5 cents, and I did not do that.
Actually, that was the water boy over there that said that. But Rachel, why do you think you're in this call right now? Do you think it's maybe you chose to be here because you have something to get off your chest?
No, I'm here because we were asked if we wanted to join, and I said, sure, it sounds fun. But now I'm regretting that decision.
Mm-hmm. So you think showing any vulnerability is a sign of weakness for you?
Oh, he's really coming at you.
No, I think that showing vulnerability is actually a sign of strength. I just don't want to get into my issues on a live stream when we're supposed to be answering questions that people ask us.
Sounds like you need some therapy.
if you really, really, really want to get into my daddy issues, like we can. Is that what is? Are you asking me to get into my daddy issues?
Nah, I'm not that interested.
That's what I thought.
But now you owe me a nickel.
I didn't talk about my daddy issues though.
Tried.
I didn't.
Man, y'all are trying too
I'm.
hard.
We're going to another question. Thank you, Isadora Jane. Isadora Jane said, "I think Rachel's an icon, and Mr. D should leave her alone."
Yeah, but the rest of the chat is saying that you owe me a nickel, so
I'm not giving you a nickel.
I don't have the chat open. How many people are saying that Mr. D gets a nickel?
Like a couple.
Okay,
I think like
But-
2.
I think it's literally just 2.
that's not that many. I was
Um,
picturing like 7 people.
Somebody said that Mr. D owes me a nickel, which I think is a lot more accurate. But I'm not going to take a nickel from you because I don't need a nickel.
couldn't take a nickel from me if you tried.
I wasn't going to. I promise you.
Uh, Pineapple Sunflower asks me just the words Bobby Earl. Yes. That is all.
Annabeth Chase asked Mr. D, "Why do you need a nickel?"
It's not that I need a nickel. It's that I feel I should be compensated for my time and effort that I put in here at this camp for my wrongful punishment from Dad. And honestly, these kids, why do they need a nickel? Like, let's be real here. Like,
Because they go into the mortal world and they need cash
for what?
to buy things, to do literally anything. We live in a capitalist society.
Some of us can't just make money out of thin air.
To
Wow,
pay
that
for our
sounds like
phones.
kind of
Sounds like a you
sounds like
problem.
that was sounds like that was the humans' fault, not ours.
Miranda, tell me, does money grow on trees, or am I crazy?
No, it does not.
See,
What
that's
about-
what I'm saying.
Paper.
But you need trees to make money.
Ha.
Capitalism.
Does any Pineapple Sunflowers asking if anybody knows how much a nickel is worth in UK pounds? I'm American, so I wouldn't know.
I don't think any of us are from the UK here.
No one
Well,
from Greece.
it's 5 American cents, and a dollar is close to a British pound. And there are 100 cents in a dollar, so 5 100ths of a pound.
It's
So
20.
it would
it's-
be around 3 pennies.
Yeah,
so.
that sounds about right. Because there's 20 nickels and a dollar. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, right. And so if you were going to a euro or a pound, like the euro, what's the pound? Like $1.30?
Last time I checked, yeah, but that could have been like 10 years ago.
You're asking a bunch of demigods and an oracle and like a centaur and a god to do
Yeah.
math.
Well,
We're not the best people to
Yeah,
ask.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
A nickel is an American 5-cent piece, and that is all I know.
I'm so proud of you, Percy, for knowing that. Yay! Basic math. Annabeth Chase asked, Percy, is your cabin still a mess? Wait, before you answer, I'm placing my bets. Yes.
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 Well,
I
Now I
reckon
don't
he's gonna
wanna-
say. I reckon
Now
he'll
I
say
don't
Oh,
wanna
wait,
no.
I have a question. I have a
answer.
question. Is Tyson here at camp with you right now?
No, he's not.
Okay, then it's a yes.
I don't want to answer now, but yeah, maybe it's, I don't know, it's comfortable.
Chiron, a while ago, someone asked us who our favorite campers were.
Oh, you know I don't answer that question.
Oh, well, mine's my son, Pollux. He's a great kid. Everyone else does not stand a chance against him.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to hear Chiron's answer though.
Same.
I can't pick favorite cabins. I can't pick
Chiron will
favorite-
take that secret to his grave.
Top 5 campers.
Me.
No.
I can't even give a top 5, and that shows favoritism towards cabins and towards gods, and we get through this whole thing. You know, I've been teaching gods for a long time, and picking favorites is just not wise.
Would you say this isn't your first rodeo?
We're moving
That was a
on
good
past
one,
that.
That
No.
was a good one.
Next question.
Mr. D, there's a question from you from Shea Butter. Thoughts on Castor? And just in case you forgot, they put in brackets the dyed one.
My thoughts were he was a good kid. He was my son. He died. Anyway, let's go back to Chiron and his favorite campers. And also, I want to know who your favorite gods to train were.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, you were one of them, and I can say it wasn't you.
Why not? I was great.
I mean, you were, you know, you were difficult then.
This
You
is
know,
home.
teaching the god of wine, you don't really show up to class really in the mood for learning a lot of the time.
Fine. Who's your favorite campers then?
When I'm on here, I don't tell people. I don't have a favorite. They're all special in their own way.
He definitely has a favorite.
There are more, you know, there's no.
10 drachma says it's Annabeth.
Yeah, I'd take that bet.
Yeah.
Annabeth Chase asked to all most dramatic god, and I think that as Lord Apollo's oracle, I can answer this, and he would be incredibly offended if I didn't answer this the way I'm about to. I think it is obviously Apollo.
Controversial opinion that may get me killed. It's Zeus. Like, I'm sorry, okay?
Harry the Platypus has it right.
Like, come on, he makes a
Harry
thunderbolt
the
whenever he's
Platypus.
cranky. I'm just saying, like, the other gods don't feel the need to like show off every time someone says their name.
Percy, I'm never calling you anything else besides Perry the Platypus.
Can we like just have it set up so whenever Percy walks around, we just go doobie doobie doo
Ba-doobie-doobie-dooba.
Wow, I can't wait for him to come to the big house asking for something again, and I'm just like, a platypus? Perry the platypus?
Can we get him
Yeah,
like
but
a little fedora so that we know when he's Perry and when he's
Well,
Perry the
yeah,
Platypus?
just take that fedora
You
from me,
should
Mr.
check
D.
Chiron's wardrobe.
No, that is a good nickname. I'm honored to be nicknamed Perry the Platypus. He is a tough, smart agent.
Oh wait, so then who in this theoretical situation would be Dr. Doofenshmirtz?
Mr. D.
Lake Costello.
Mr. D, what do you have to say to that? I feel like Mr. D would be like Agent or whoever Monogram.
Mitch
Yeah, no.
Monogram.
Major
I'm sorry.
Monogram.
Did you see how much Luke monologued? Like, come on, that guy's Doofenshmirtz.
Mr.
True.
D, I'm surprised you've seen Phineas and Ferb.
I'm
Of
not.
course I have.
Yeah, neither.
I'm
I'm
god
not
of,
surprised.
like, musicals and theater and wine and culture and therapy. All of those overlapping.
Would you agree that it goes up with Pac-Man and Pinochle for mortal entertainment?
You know, I'd say it's almost as good as Diet Coke.
That's
Oh,
high
wow.
praise.
Ooh,
Wow.
That is high praise.
That's
very high praise.
I mean, I agree. It's fantastic, but
doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba. Uh
To all who's most overrated demigod, it's Hercules.
oh yeah, for sure. So he killed a bunch of stuff. Like, who cares?
yeah. I'm not sure who the most overrated demigod is, but I think that the most underrated demigod is Hazel.
I think Hazel's pretty rated. She's awesome, and I don't know that anyone thinks she's not.
Well, she's like the most powerful demigod in my opinion. And she doesn't get recognized for that enough.
Most underrated demigod, in my opinion, would be Bobby Earl. But I'm still not 100% sure on whether he's a demigod or not. I don't know what's going on with him.
Honestly, he could probably be a god, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lunar Wolf asked to all, out of all the 7, who is your favorite other than Perry the Platypus? That's very bold of you to assume that our favorite is.
Yeah, I would be surprised if I was anyone's favorite. No, Annabeth. Duh.
Who's the 7 again?
The 7 of the prophecy.
You know,
The
the
huge
big
new
one.
prophecy we
We
had.
all went on the boat.
The Stoll Brothers.
Yeah. No.
The
No,
prophecy
not the
that I
Stoll Brothers.
gave after
I
I
don't
became
know.
Oracle.
Grover, Selena Bubblegum, Carl
Luke
Beckendorf,
Castle.
one of those guys. They were great.
I think that my favorite is probably Annabeth. She's just a close friend. I don't really know the other ones all that well.
Yep, she's the best. Not. I mean, it's like choosing your favorite friend, but Annabeth is my best friend. So.
And also your girlfriend, so
Wow,
that kind of
wow.
boosts her a little bit.
But like, so yes, she's my girlfriend, but it's so important to me that she's my best friend too. But I am a little biased because she's also my girlfriend.
I like Piper. She's very tough.
Piper is great. I've had a lot of really great conversations with her. She's a lot of fun to spend time with.
Yeah, it's a lot. I like going and visiting the Aphrodite cabin for their cafe, coffee shop thing.
They do have a Starbucks in the Aphrodite cabin.
What?
Yeah.
How did I just learn this?
Oh yeah,
It was
a-
supposed to be secret at first, but then it kind of just...
Yeah, don't go in it though, Perry. It's a branch of the Lotus Casino, basically. Takes like 3 weeks to come out of that cabin.
I do
Yeah.
sometimes make like muffins and stuff for them.
Well, guys, I have to run. I don't know if you're going to keep answering questions, but I have a thing, and I promise it's important. I'll see y'all later.
Bye,
Bye.
Percy.
Bye. I think it is time for final
It is about
questions.
time to wrap up, so let's look for a last question.
Mhm.
So a question to everybody, and then that'll be your last question for the stream today. Annabeth Chase asked to all least favorite prophecy.
There are so many.
Think I remember any of them?
Like, that's such a broad question. Like, there's been many prophecies.
Well, how about we simplify it to
The ones
least
we've
favorite
lived through.
quest?
Oh,
Oh,
well, okay.
I'll just say that the prophecy of 7 is probably my least favorite prophecy because I did not like being involved in the first war, let alone being involved in the second war.
yeah, that was a tough time.
Least favorite prophecy I've lived through, probably, Fall of Troy.
I didn't really enjoy the Big Three prophecy. It's again the war. I wasn't.
Well, I really didn't enjoy being kidnapped and almost married off to a cyclops.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Mm,
Okay, Zuko.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many.
Mm.
It's really hard to pick the worst of them. I think any of the ones that result in a lot of war.
Oh,
Live in the
or Oedipus. That guy had daddy issues.
Yeah, of course. I'm not getting what you said. I'm trying to work it
Don't
out.
worry about it.
Oedipus.
You weren't alive.
Ah, okay. I was like trying to translate your names and it didn't work.
All right, I think everybody answered that question, so I think it's about time to sign off.
Sounds Gucci.
All right, everybody stay safe, socially distance, wash your hands, just be smart, make good decisions, and stay home if you're able to.
Wear a
Look
mask.
after, Mhm.
Wear a mask.
and look
Eat
after
human
your own
food.
mental health.
Like our favorite
Especially in winter.
doctor, like our favorite Dr. William Solis always says, just because the gods are real doesn't mean science isn't.
And sleep if you need to, because I know some people haven't
Yes,
been sleeping in the chat.
Sleep.
please sleep.
And drink water and eat food.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys, it's Hayes the Writer. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We had a blast. We hope you guys did too. Tomorrow we're gonna have a pretty chaotic panel, most likely. So for all of those chaos fans, tomorrow's panel is gonna be something you want to check in on. I will be getting that posted soon on our page so you can get reminders. So just look out for that in the next hour or two. But yeah, so we're super excited and we can't wait to be doing that panel tomorrow. It's gonna be kind of like a hodgepodge of many different fandoms, characters interact with each other. So we're calling it Into the Panelverse. So check it on that tomorrow, and then we have a Harry Potter panel on Sunday. Again, have a wonderful day, everybody, and we hope you are doing well.